Right, this is the pulse here on Joy News with me, Elton Brobe, and this afternoon we have a lot to unpack for you. Now, government has announced the rollout of 5G telephony services in Ghana, marking a significant advancement in the country's telecommunication infrastructure. Addressing the news conference in Accra today, Communications and Digitalization Minister also Akufo said the introduction of 5G technology in Ghana is expected to bring numerous advantages, including faster internet speed, lower latency, and improved connectivity, which will enhance various sectors such as healthcare, education, and business. The minister emphasized that the move is part of the government's broader strategy to modernize the nation's digital landscape and ensure that Ghanaians can compete globally in the digital economy.
NGIC has been awarded a 5G license and is expected to launch 5G services across Ghana within the next 6 months, with plans for future expansion into other parts of Africa. The shared 4G and 5G infrastructure will be built by Nokia and Radisys, with IT architecture and integration provided by Microsoft and Tech Mahindra. This collaboration ensures that we leverage cutting-edge, world-class expertise and technology to build a robust digital infrastructure. NGIC's neutral hosting model and network as a service offering will accelerate national enablement programs, reduce the digital divide, optimize capital expenditure, and ensure efficient operating costs while respecting environmental, social, and governance fundamentals by reducing environmental impact and carbon footprint. This innovative approach will make high-speed, secure, and seamless mobile services accessible to all Ghanaians. In addition to the above, the NGIC network will provide a strong foundation for the government to offer new services to the people of Ghana through extended inclusion programs, e-government applications, and enabling unlimited opportunities for the private sector and the economy to grow. It is trite knowledge that any 10% expansion in broadband infrastructure leads to a 1.5 to 2% growth in GDP. So, we expect our economy to grow with this project. Can young phone users access 5G? No. However, as I indicated in my presentation, we're working with Radisys to introduce affordable 4G and 5G devices, which are much less expensive than what is currently available on the market. And so it will be possible to utilize these devices at much less cost to access these new networks. So young phone users, it's time for you to upgrade.
I guess the advisor is very clear. If you are using jam phone, it's about time you upgrade because you're about to go 5G. Well, there's been some concerns about how the company leading the rollout was selected. There is a government justification for the selection process. We'll bring that to you. But first, let's get to understand how 5G services work in Ghana. And we'll put together this for your understanding. And 5G is the 5th generation mobile network following IG, 2G, 1G, 2G, 3G, and of course 4G, which is still, or the LTE, which is still in Ghana. We are here to migrate into 5G now. It connects virtually everybody and everything, including machines, objects, and devices. 5G offers higher data speed, ultra low latency, and more reliability and massive network capability. Those are some of the advantages you will get when the 5G rollout is complete. And we are told that in the next 6 months. And we also provide increased availability and a more consistent user experience, enhanced performance, and of course, efficient support new user experience and connect new industries. And those are some of the advantages that you are likely to get on 5G network. And so what you have on your screen, how different is 5G, those are some of the reasons. analog voice, of course, introduced digital voice. So we've come a long way from the 1980s all the way up to 2024. Broadband, LTE, 3G, and a lot of innovation going on in the technological space. And it's not ended because every day there's new development, new cutting-edge solution that seeks to address emerging challenges. And then the expectation is that 5G will add on to what already exists and make it even better. So 5G is unified, advanced air interface with high speed, superior reliability, and negligence latency, enabling next generation user experience, new services, and impacting industries like transportation, healthcare, agriculture, and of course logistics. So these are some of the the difference in terms of what you will get with your 5G network. So the thing is about 5G, and already government, there are concerns about the selection of the company leading to the rollout with this innovation. And the Minister for Communication and Digitalization, Esla, also has been explaining why government settled on this company. We'll have the Minister's explanation for you shortly, and then get to understand this matter very well. So investigative journalist Manasseh Azuri Awene is alleging that NextGen Infraco Limited was awarded a 5G contract less than a week before President Akufo-Addo granted executive approval for the deal, and he joins us with some perspective. Before, though, listen to the Communications Minister's justification for awarding the contract to NextGen Infraco Limited. So let's see if we can get some reaction to what we've been told since morning about the reason government settled on this company and why it became necessary that this company was formed just a week after the policy approval was approved, and now they are leading the 5G rollout. Manasseh Azuri joins us via Zoom. Manasseh, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Elton.
So you heard the minister. I mean, does the explanation satisfy you?
No, the explanation doesn't satisfy me, and this deal is not different from how similar deals in the past were awarded. And I am not a telecoms expert, but I've done stories in the area of procurement and the award of government contracts. And these deals of this nature follow the likes of SML that we've been grappling with. It is so interesting to note that about 6 days before the president granted executive approval for us to roll out this service, a company is formed. And all of a sudden, that company becomes the preferred vehicle to carry out this service. The question is, how did this company know that such a service was being introduced? And couldn't we have extended it or opened it up to different companies, both national and international? I am not an expert, but what I'm hearing from experts and what you have highlighted shows that 5G is going to be a real game changer in the telecoms industry.
Right.
It is valued at hundreds of millions of dollars. And so if you can just start a company today and tomorrow that company gets the contract, there has to be questions. And it is also not true. There is some insinuation I've heard from some media reports that this company is a consortium of companies, including.
In fact, there were 7 of them, according to the minister, seven, including KNet and few others. Perhaps I can let you hold your thought on that. Let's listen to the minister's justification, and then I'll let you respond appropriately.
Now, this is a special purpose vehicle. Once government took the decision that we would use a neutral infrastructure company to deliver this service, there is no existing neutral infrastructure company at the moment. So it had to be specifically formed for the purpose of delivering this service based on the strategic policy decision of government. And it is born out of, as I indicated, our past experiences. And that is why we chose not to auction it. I'm sure the finance minister would have been happy if we had sold it off at auction, collected our money, and moved on, without caring what impact it would have on the sector. Unfortunately for the finance minister, unfortunately for Ghana, we in the Ministry of Communications care about the impact of decisions taken on the growth of the sector. And so after analyzing the nature of our telecommunications sector, it was clear that if you auctioned the spectrum, only one or two entities will be able to acquire it. They will roll out the network at their own pace. And if 4G was introduced in this country in 2015, and we still have only 15% 4G penetration, and we auction 5G, within the next 10 years, we will still be hovering around 10% penetration. Is that what this government or this country wants? No. We want to accelerate the pace of access to telecommunications to every Ghanaian, everywhere in the country, regardless of where you are. So the best vehicle that the government thought would enable us to provide this service to all Ghanaians within the shortest possible time is to set up a neutral shared infrastructure company. And that was set up following the policy decision taken to auction it. And that is why it is a new company.
So that's the communications minister's justification for settling on this company for the rollout of the 5G internet services. And according to her, there's no existing infrastructure now. The reason why this special vehicle was put together to facilitate the rollout. And from our checks, the 7 companies make up this company, and they include Ascent Digital, KNet, Radisson, Nokia, Tech Mahindra, and 2 telecommunication companies, AT Ghana and Telecel Ghana. Manasseh is still here with me. Manasseh, so you've heard the minister, and I brought this out so that we can put it in proper context. What's your reaction to what? Yes.
Elton, I have the registration documents of this company, and it has 2 shareholders. Mm-hmm. One of the shareholders is Legal Integrated Consult Limited, and then there's another individual who bears a name that sounds like Nigerian. The details are on my Facebook page.
Right.
And then the company that is also involved together with this individual happens to be owned by that same individual. So the registration of this company doesn't list any of these others. These may come on board to support or collaborate in the provision of the service, but the company is not formed by a consortium that is being listed. 2, granted that Ghana wants to launch a spacecraft, and we don't have any company in Ghana that is currently manufacturing spacecrafts. Mm-hmm. What we need to do is to put out the policy, that this is the policy. We know that we don't have a single company that can do it. So we want these timelines. Who can meet these timelines? Mm-hmm. And then throw it out there for individuals. Many companies could also have been formed and then taken advantage of this service. So we cannot say that even if we didn't have the infrastructure, this is the only company that can be formed to take advantage of that.
And you think that so a company formed like a week before, a week after the announcement was made, obviously lacked the capacity to roll out what the minister is intending to do. And then the other issue about fairness in the selection process, the reason why you think that this should have been opened up for other people to show interest if they so minded.
Yes, because so much money is involved here. And we are told that the government has a 7% stake in it. Mm. We, as of now, don't even know how much the company is going to make. And that argument that they want to do it this way so that every Ghanaian would have access to it isn't true. ask Eslo Usu. We have a company. This company is called Next Generation Infraco. But we have another company, Smart Infraco, that was supposed to have dealt with the fiber cable network that was laid across the country. It's a multi-million-dollar project that was installed in the Mahama administration, and we are told that Smart Infraco was to run it so that the municipal, metropolitan, and district assemblies can all be connected to this system. I went around the country, specifically from Volta to the Northern Corridor, where this cable is, and then a lot of the assemblies don't even have any connectivity. So the question is, how is this company going to connect for every Ghanaian to enjoy? It is not true. This company is not a mobile service provider. MTN, Airtel, Tigo, Telecel, and others would have to go and then get this network from this company and now distribute. At what cost? How much is this company making? How much is Ghana making at the end of it?
I guess these details are yet to come out.
Yeah, these are questions we need to ask before even going ahead to handpick a single company that is formed solely for this purpose, and then we claim that that's the only special purpose vehicle to be able to deliver this service. I don't think so. And from what some industry experts are saying, we may end up shortchanging ourselves, and the benefits from this great service may go to one individual, just like we saw when a company was hurriedly set up a week or so before President Akufo-Addo announced the closure of borders, and this was the same company that was solely asked to do testing at the borders. It made close to $100 million.
Right.
And how much did Ghana get?
Okay.
So these are very, very
legitimate questions that we need answers to.
Yes.
All right. Manasa, thank you very much. These are early days yet, and I know that the days to follow, there will be more issues on this matter. The Telecom Chamber says that they are preparing themselves to issue a statement on this. Government is on the road to explain even more. But I guess there are so many questions that we need answers to. And as of now, I don't think that we've gotten everything from government. And I don't know what you intend doing going forward, just briefly.
This company is supposed to pay the payment plan and everything. So I will release more information on this so that we all have a discussion.
Right.
So to ensure that Ghana is not shortchanged, as we have always been shortchanged by those in power.
Manasseh Zuriawene is an investigative journalist, and he has concerns with the company selected by government to undertake the rollout of the 5G telephony network. That government says that should happen within the next 6 months. The ministry, they've been explaining why they settled on this company, because such infrastructure does not exist, and they needed somebody or a special purpose vehicle to carry this through. How feasible, how reliable, how transparent the process has been, I guess in the days to follow, we'll have more time to deal with this matter. But